Hey, and don't forget to check us out on all our social medias, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, Discord, we're on them. So yeah, I'm the Minyon from Allcast Irish Gamers, and we're back again, because it's Minyon's Recipes time! Number 10, wow, it's gotta be a personal best, but it is my Chaos Magician deck. It's like the Chaos and Magician deck, but mixed together. So if there's one engine, well, two engines that I love in Yu-Gi-Oh! It is anything to do with Chaos, removing from play to summon stuff, of course, that's just the business, and the Magician engine. It's just fantastic. There's so many cards that go with Dark Magician, it's just stupid crazy. So you've got all these search cards, you've got cards that manipulate attack and defense, cards that top deck other cards, so you can draw next turn. It's just tons of cards. Magician's Rod, a perfect card for selecting nearly any card that even mentions Dark Magician, and you can add it to your hand, which is essential in this deck because it is the Chaos Magician deck. Your main card is going to be Magician of Chaos. There's the Magician of Chaos Max, which is why Blue Eyes White Dragon is in there, but that's the main kind of card. Illusion Magician is in there because she's a good special summon and a hand trap, and she also adds a Dark Magician from your deck to your hand. Now, most of the time you're going to want your Magician in the deck if you're going to use something like, advanced ritual arts or something. But it's also good to have one in your hand, especially when you use the ritual magic to summon right there and then. But it's very essential. I didn't go Chaos Dragon Levianeer for this deck because just Buster Blader works better. His effects, not so much, but it's because of his type. Now, because he's warrior type, you can use him for certain fusion summons because there's not a lot of warriors in this deck, and he's going to be your main way of using it. But he also is a good special summon as well, don't get me wrong. Dark Magician Girl, she's in there because of your magic card that can summon her once you have Dark Magician on the field. The student teacher one, you know that one. And it's great because he can reach it from the deck, your Magician's Rod. So it's just everything in this deck just flows so well. Magician's Souls is just a great way, of course, of getting Dark Magician on the field. I very rarely use the secondary effect to discard 2 spell cards or 2 spell or trap cards and then draw 2. I just don't use it, mainly because I use all my spell and trap cards. But it is a fantastic way of getting your Dark Magician on the field. And here's the punchline is, that also works for something that's named Dark Magician. So that effect will work to revive Magician of Chaos from the graveyard. It's just a fantastic move, really is. This deck is very ritual orientated. It's got 4 ritual monsters, but that makes it ritual orientated because you've also got at least 4 ritual cards. So it's just Manju of 10,000 hands, 3 of them in there. That's a no-brainer. Like, he can take the ritual monster or the ritual magic card from your deck and add it to your hand. That's, come on, you gotta have him in there. Palladium Oracle Mana. Sometimes she comes in handy, but she's mainly in there because she's a light monster. You're gonna need light monsters for your Black Luster. But she also has a really good, special summon from your hand if your opponent targets one of your spellcaster monsters. Of course, it doesn't save the spellcaster monster, but she will then appear on the field. It's just a free summon. It's really good, and so long as you have her in your graveyard and you activate something like Soul Servant, you're going to get more cards to draw. So that's the main reason why she's in there. Very optional. You can swap her out if you want to. Magician of Black Chaos Max. Now, he's in there because of ritual, the ritual art. So he sends Blue Eyes from your deck to the graveyard. He comes on the field. Now, his initial move, where you tribute a monster to stop your opponent from activating monster effects, that could come in very handy. That'll shut down a lot of monsters. But if you use it at the wrong time, you'll end up discarding him, so watch out for that. And if he destroys a monster by battle, you get to take a spell card, add it to your hand from the graveyard. Really good effect. The main guy of this deck, and which is why it's called the Chaos Magician deck, is because he is the Magician of Chaos. So any card, like spell or trap card that's activated or effect, you get to just destroy a card on the field. Now, yes, so long as he remains on the field, that'll be a pretty good bonus. But I really like this effect because not only does stuff like Dark Magic Circle trigger when you summon him because he's counted as Dark Magician, then you can also activate his effect. So you get to remove one, destroy another. That's just really good comboing. And not to mention the fact that if he's destroyed, you get to then special summon a Black Cluster Soldier or Chaos Max monster from your hand. So yeah, really good effect. You're mainly going to be summoning him with the Advanced Ritual Art, but I do have Chaos Form in there because Chaos Form will allow you to remove them from the graveyard as well. So it's just a few options. Bond between teacher and student, that's the card I was trying to... Where is my brain gone today? That's the card that you need if you want to be, comboing. You can use it on Dark Magician. Gets Dark Magician girl out on the field. Once she gets out on the field, the rest of the effect activates. You can activate a card from your deck, and you're always going to go for Dark Magic attack because it will just clear the field and allow you to get that direct attack in, usually ending the game. Chaos Form, like I said, that's in there specifically for the ability to remove a monster from the graveyard to summon your monster. Dark Magic attack, you're always going to get that out with bond between teacher and student. I would maybe go with 2 of them if you know you're going against someone who's like really magic and trap orientated. But in the current metagame, people aren't. You're still going to come across the odd person with Mirror Force, so don't take chances. It's really all comes down to him. Now, even if they activate the card, he's probably going to get destroyed, but at least his effect will work. So Magician of Chaos is the staple card. Dark Magic Expanse, that's also decent card, but it really depends on how many Dark Spellcasters you have in your graveyard. So it's not one to use at the start of a game. It's more kind of down to situational. If they're on the field or in the graveyard, then you can activate it. You get the 1000 attack points, and that could be all it takes to destroy your opponent's monster and leaving them open to win the game. Dark Magic Inheritance, banish 2 spell cards from your graveyard, add 1 card from your deck that specifically mentions Dark Magician. I mean, come on, that's just no brainer. It's another good searcher, just like Magician's Rod. Now, I really like Dark Magic Circle for the simple fact that you get to look at the top 3 cards of your deck. If it's Dark Magician or one that mentions Dark Magician, you get to add it to your hand. So it could be a possible extra draw, but I mean that remove from play effect is just super handy. I mean, it's no effort, boom, gone, Dark Magician's on the field, and you're going to get a quick attack in. So yeah, definitely recommend at least 2 of these. I have an extra one in my side deck as the option of putting the 3rd one in, but I just don't know what to take out for it. Monster Reborn, why not? And yes, Secrets of Dark Magic. Love this card. This card right here. Why? Because it's not only good for ritual summoning, it's good for fusion summoning. And in this deck, you're going to want to do both of those. Now, primarily, you're going to be doing the ritual thing. But, I mean, come on, you're still going to do it every now and again. You're still going to get the attack in first. Then during the battle phase, boom, you use your Secrets of Dark Magic. You get that extra monster in, and he gets an attack as well. Dark Magicians, go for them every time because they will allow you to draw an extra card, and boom, game over. Vital card, I have to say, and it's searchable with Magician's Rod and Dark Magic Inheritance, which is good. Soul Servant, really powerful card. It's going to be your draw engine. You're going to want to get that Palladium or Mana, Oral Manica, whatever the hell her name is. She's useless, but she helps you draw a card, so she's in there. Magician's Combination, just great card. It allows you to just swap between your Dark Magician, your Dark Magician Girl, and allow you to negate a card in the process. Now, the reason why that's so effective is because if you've got Dark Magic Circle on the field, every time you swap one out and swap another one in, boom, it activates again. You get to remove another card, and so you get to negate a card. That activates. Now you get to remove a card. That's all comboing, and you're all doing it during your opponent's turn, which is the best part. Now on to the extra deck. Extra deck is pretty much exactly like the Magician deck because, I mean, it's like all Magician type cards. Dark Cavalry is the monster that needs the warrior, so that comes in handy. Now I do have Eye Timaeus in the side deck if you wanted to be able to summon these a bit more freely. But I just put them in there because you're not always going to be ritual summoning. Eventually you're going to have the ritual monster already on the field, and you might have the extra option of bringing out a fusion monster. especially a card like this guy, because he allows you to remove magic cards from the graveyard. Dark Magician and Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knights, Dark Paladin. Dark Paladin you're really only going to summon with Itemize, so he's not a main focus. The Dark Magicians, now that's your main focus. They will allow you to draw a card every time a spell trap card is activated, and you will just rip through your deck. That's an extra card every turn, your turn and your opponent's turn, so long as you're putting down quick plays. So yeah, just tons, oodles of advantage comes out of the Dark Magicians. Highly recommend them. You've also got the Even Illusion Magician, also a decent card, but it's give or take really. It's not often you're going to get two Dark Magicians out, so it's more than likely going to be Dark Magician and Magician of Chaos, and it's not going to be nice to get rid of Magician of Chaos because his effect is so good, but the option is there. Link monsters haven't really changed much. I've added in Nightmare Unicorn, but if you've got 3 monsters on the field, they're probably going to be high attack, and you just want to go straight for the juggler. The only thing this deck is actually missing is my usual level 4 guys, because it's so super rare you're going to get 2 level 4s out in the field to go into Silent Honorarch or Castell or anyone like that, so I just didn't put them in. And to be honest, you're not missing them. There is other things you can do in this deck as monster removal, but I really can't stress it enough. Magician of Chaos, such a cool card. Now I know it kind of goes against the whole Chaos theme, he doesn't have much to do with removing from play or anything, but it's all in the name, I suppose, and he is so effective. I've also got some hand traps in the side deck, well, 2 different types of hand traps. Now the main reason you go with Ghost Ogre over Ash Blossom is because she's light monster and she'll work for Blackluster Soldier. So you gotta keep a good balance of light to dark monsters in your deck if you're running any type of chaos cards. I have another mana card, just if you wanted to get more cards in there to help with that draw boost from Soul Servant. Bond between teacher and student if you wanted to stick that second Dark Magician Girl in there. Called by the Grave if you plan to play online and you're going up against someone with hand traps, because let's be honest, that's all you're going to face online. So yeah, you're going to end up with kind of dead cards in your hand from time to time. Blue Eyes is going to end up as a Garnet and you're going to get stuck with him, but don't worry about it. I mean, there's still going to be things you can do. You can discard him from your hand and then remove him to summon Blackluster, so he's a light attribute, he can still come in handy in some sort of way, but I can't stress it enough, just this deck relies heavily on your ability to just flow together, make things work, and more often than not it's going to revolve around your fusion monsters and your ritual monsters. So you're not going to have time to worry about extra deck, like link plays as such, but the option is there in case you want to go down that route. You never know. But I must admit, I did have a lot more fun playing with this deck than the regular Magician deck. I just thought there was more variance and combos I could pull off with this one, because you add in that extra bit of ritual, and you're just getting the most out of most of your cards, like Secrets of Dark Magic and all. And my win record was pretty good with this deck. I don't know if the chaos was a factor, but I definitely enjoyed it a lot more. So thanks for watching, guys. This was number 10. Please say in the comments any other future videos you'd like me to do, or if you have any decks that you think I should do, and I will see you in the next one.